Yes, friends. Boy, Doc South with you, and another segment of my remembering people that were an influence to me. The nice people I've met in life. All too often we work on the crummy people we've met, and everybody's got a few of them in their past, and may have even been kind of crummy to one person or another in their past. I'm sure that will be an interesting segment if I ever get to doing that. I don't know if I got the nerve. Uh, but as far as people being good, I got to think back to, I don't know, today, I don't know, I was just kind of stumbling around the house and I said, what about some of my teachers? I had some, and I said, to myself, I'm talking to, yeah, Sandy's, she was leaving the house. She said, my God, you talking to yourself again? Yeah, yeah, I am. She says, well, I'll see you later. I got a garage sale to go see. But I was thinking, yeah, teachers. Boy, I had some really good teachers. And something, for the most part, I really didn't have too many that were stinkeroos. No, in fact, I'd be hard put to. It'd be a very short segment if I had to come up with teachers that were crummy. Yeah, it would. But one teacher I really liked was in chemistry. My chemistry teacher in high school down at West Morris. That would have been West Morris Regional in Jersey, near Chester, Flanders area, Long Valley. Uh huh. I had a Mr. Schmeal was my chemistry teacher, but he also and I took his class. Oh my God, my ears are still ringing. But it was kind of fun. We because Mr. Schmeal was also somewhat of an actor, and he loved. He usually put on the junior play, the school musical. He was kind of like the director, the producer, grand poobah of the thing, and he was good at it. In fact, I'm surprised he didn't go into doing plays back when he was younger. Um, but I mean, in chemistry class, even that. I mean, he would ask a question, or actually, here's how he did it. He'd climb up onto the demonstration table, get on his haunches, and pose like a tiger ready to pounce. And then he'd look around the room and he'd say, "You, here's the question. What is the molecular structure of ammonia?" And then he'd look. And you had the feeling like if you got it wrong, oh my God, you were through. I mean, he'd just fly through the air. We always feared he had a cape somewhere and tights, and he'd just pounce on you and get you in the jugular vein because you were wrong. But no, he never did jump. But he'd pretend like he was going to. And if you got it right, he'd go, "Oh, okay, I don't have to kill you today." No, he didn't quite say that, but it looked that way. Yes, and but I remember I was a junior in high school, and I was kind of big with the AV squad, the audio visual squad. I would sometimes play the records at the dances. Oddly enough, yeah. I would help with the sound effect, the sound if there was an assembly, yeah, that kind of thing. Usually goofed it up, something awful, but still. And the but we were going to do the junior class was going to present a play called My Sister Eileen, and I can still see Mr. Everyone's trying out for it, not me. I'm figuring I'll be the stagehand. Well, Mr. Schmeal, he looks at me and says, "South." Yes, sir. You're. I thought he may have had a problem with the microphone or something. He's South. You're going to be in this play. What? I don't want to be in the play. You're going to be in it. You want to grab? I think he said words. He didn't actually say it in words, but I think he intoned it. my grade in the chemistry class would be very, very much adjusted if I didn't go into the play. But I don't want to be in the play. I don't like being on stage. You're gonna love it. And what my part was at the end of the play, I was supposed to evidently the I was I forget the exact reason why, but for some reason I had to break through the set was a I believe the girls' new apartment in Greenwich Village, and I was supposed to be wearing a hard hat and construction clothes and bust through the fireplace and look at the girls and say, and they're wondering what the heck I'm doing there. And I said, well, we're building a subway right through this apartment. And then curtain. Yeah. I was supposed to be like a New York City subway worker. Uh-huh. Construction guy. And I closed the play. The only rotten thing was my only part was at the end of the play. Yeah. So I had, while everyone else is getting out on stage, getting warmed up, getting used to being on stage, doing their lines, finished with their lines, it's all done, they can just relax. I had to sit there all the way through to the very last freaking moment and go out. And if I did it wrong, the play would be a dud. Because somehow or another, my saying we're going to build a subway through that a subway was going to run through their apartment was like the big joke. It was like I can still sense the writers saying, I know, we'll have a subway worker go through. He'll scream and yell how they're building, and the girls will go, more problems coming, and the curtain will close. Yeah. And everybody will laugh and talk about it all the way home. Maybe buy a second pair of tickets for their Aunt Mabel. And that's what I had to do. I had to do it or die. Oh my God. I got so, oh, I got to hand it to Mr. Schmeal. When we were doing the rehearsal, he'd be hollering at me, louder, gruffer. You're a construction worker, for crying out loud. Rah! Yeah. Come on, you can do it. And he got me through it. Yeah, he didn't quite have to use a cattle prod on me, but I eventually had my lines down. It was pretty easy, and again, mostly I had to learn how to knock the bricks in the fireplace so I could crawl out okay and that kind of thing. And I just had to wait for the curtain with, as the girls reacted. Oh, our apartment and curtain. The I know I almost got an ulcer over it. I had to go to the town doctor. I think Dr. Sillo in town, and and I had to get stomach medicine. I remember, I think, well, I would have been about 17. He says, "You're too young to be getting an ulcer." He says, "But I think you're getting one." He says, "Here, let me give you some medicine. It'll calm down your stomach." But why are you so nervous? I'm in the last part in a play, junior play. He says, "You'll be okay. Yeah, yeah, you'll do a fine job." What? I'm a construction worker. I'm sorry, worker. Yeah, he said, "Okay, well, you just do it. Don't worry about it. If you stink, you stink." What? I said, "Yeah, but so yeah, I was a pill popper as a junior, well, stomach pill, but but darned if when it was all said and done, even the football players came over and said, "Hey, South, that was a pretty good job you did in that play. Hey, yo." You're all right, South, patting me on the back, knocking me over. Well, I was kind of small compared to them. And it was, yep, but again, Mr. Schmeal. In fact, I think one day in chemistry, the day after the play closed, the junior play closed. In class, he actually said, "Hey, you did all right. Huh? I told you it wasn't so bad, right?" I said, "Well, I think I got an ulcer." "Ah, that's all right. You'll live." He says, you got through it. Maybe someday you'll be some kind of personality or something, huh?" I said, "Yeah, maybe, I guess. Boy, I'm kind of, yeah, yeah, radio. I guess that counts. I don't, and I guess that's acting, sort of, right? So cool. Anyway, I just thought I'd say, good old Mr. Schmeal. I would imagine now he's gone to that great play in the sky. Um, Perhaps the curtain is closed for him, but he was a pretty good guy. He was a pretty good guy. He was tough. Oh my God. Don't get your molecules mixed up in his class. No, sir. Oh man. But again, one of those people, one of those good people. Anyway, I'll see you later. I'm sure many people would have good things to say about him. Like I said, an all right person. Bye now, friends. We'll see you. God bless. Bye now.